Hello everyone, how are we doing? Happy Wednesday morning, afternoon, evening, Thursday morning if you're in Oz and New Zealand. Good to see you all. We're all doing well. We thought we'd do something a little bit different today, and we would, after the success of last week, playing on the multiplayer server, we thought we'd come back and do it again. Well, not now last week because I was at Llama, but the week before. So here we are on the Crossplay server. I thought it was time that some of you console players got a chance to jump on a server and have a play around with us as well. So nice to see you. If you're a member and you're on console, and you've linked your accounts, your YouTube and your Discord accounts, drop on. You should be able to see the channels. You should be able to see the login passwords and all of that. And jump in and have a play. We've got a few of you in already. Bootstrap Farms is in. Farmer Ed is here as well. FARMSIM Bob, nice to see you. Yorkshire Dano's here. I believe Hamish is here somewhere. He's gone to get a windrower because we forgot to get one of those. There we go. I'm hoping everybody else can hear me. Can everybody else hear me? Lewis Porter, if you are a member of the channel, you can absolutely join. Yes, by all means. So we're on the majestic Court Farms. Which you know how much I love. Mrs. Prof, nice to see you. How are you? Amy from Ireland, and I did see Mapper's Paradise is in the house as well. Everybody, I met Mapper's Paradise when we were in Llama for the very first time, and delighted to see him. Had a great chat with him, met him and his lovely wife, yeah. He's kind of, when you think Millennial Farms in 19, just a map I played to death in that game. But very excited to hopefully see it coming back for 22 at some point as well. And Welker Farms as well, of course. Nils Larson as well. Nice to see you. Barry, Mr. Farm Guy, buffering on a live stream. I think that might be at your end, mate. I'm running a rather tasty 14.2 thousand kilobits per second, so likewise, sir. Great to have a nice chat with you. Right, let's just jump into the PDA so you know what I've got. This is our little enclave down right tucked in the bottom corner. Obviously doing the Contractor series, I've got to know this map pretty well, and down here is actually one of my favourite parts of the map. So I think what we'll do, we'll just jump in. We've got a load of different equipment here. We've got baling equipment, mowers, we've got seeding equipment here, we've got cultivators, we've got a front loader over there, we've got a big bale trailer over here, hiding in here. We've had some loan equipment sent to us. So we've got some Landinis and some Zetor tractors. We're on a budget, so we couldn't go high, wide and handsome, but these should work really nicely. There is another one. I think Hamish has run to the shop with it. So let's just jump in and have a play and chat away, because I think it's one of those nights. It's all about hanging out with you guys and doing a bit of farming around the side. So I am going to, in fact, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going to take this little John Deere. I'm going to get started. Everybody else in the yard, just grab something and go play. They probably need me to do some mowing first before I get too far, don't I? But that's fine. We can do that. And of course we're on Crossplay, so no toys to help us here. Yana with the 20 gifted subs. Thank you very much, mate. Field 144 and 31st place. Oh, getting bossed about already. 144. Right, I don't even know how to get to that. I'm guessing that's because it's the big one. Where's the entrance to 144? Let's roll around and see what we can find. Yeah, not this. Carl Button, nice to see you, mate. Scotty Grant as well. Good to see you too. This is the new gate I've created. There we go. Through the hedge. If in doubt, through the hedge. That is the way to do it. Right, spin things up, lower things down. This is going to be hard to pay attention and read the chat. And Lewis Porter, how can you join the Discord? If you look in the description to the vid, you will find a link there that should have an invite to the Discord. Eric Larson, my man, all is just splendid. Thanks for asking, bud. Nice to see you. And Grumpy as well. Grumpy can hear me now. That's good. How are you, bud? Gaming with James. How are you, my friend? Gaming with James, a stalwart of Logging League. Nice to see you, bud. Logging League is coming back very soon. Stay tuned for round 2. Lewis Porter, are you, if you're a member of the channel, which it doesn't look like you are because your name is grey, not green. Ah, here's the gate to this field is down in the bottom corner, guys. They're all on Discord, and I am not. I'm going to be running, running without comms because it distracts me too much. Let me just do a found the gate. There we go. Right, I get why Hamish wanted to do this one because it's the biggest. How's my noise on my tractor? Not too loud, is it? Wayne Zilla, nice to see you. How you going, Dazed? What's happening? So we'll just run around here. There's Bootstrap. Grab a tractor, Amy. Lars, things are going well, my friend. Things are going well, other than the stinking weather, which I'm guessing... I'm not sure if you guys over there are getting it as bad as we are. I think we're taking the sting out the tail a bit for you. Entertaining the families getting F all done. I know what that feels like, mate. Comes with the territory, right? Noise is good, is it electric? Thank you, Jan. Ronnie! Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. Right, there we go. I'm going to turn around. Yes, Dazed. Our neighbour's aerial fell off the roof. Well, I say fell off. It was blown off the roof and landed right down the side of my car. Looks like it didn't do any damage. So lucky. So lucky. Comedically, though, when we said to the neighbour, your TV aerial is in our front yard. She went, I don't use a TV aerial. And it's like, well, whether you use it or not, it's in our front yard now. I don't think people just take them down when they stop using them. I think they sit up there for decades before they either fall off, rust to bits, or fall down. So that was quite funny. I think she was just trying to get out of the fact that if it had damaged the car. It does feel like, well, it actually is a storm all week. Apparently we're getting another one at the weekend. $100 hectares of corn on UMRV. That is a lot of chaff. Right, see, I'm reading the chat. Look at this, the overlaps here. FSG Senior would be doing his nut. I'm bored of it now, Mark, already. Give me some... We had that nice cold week, it was -5, crystal clear blue skies every day, bright sunshine. I could do days like that for the whole of winter if you threw them at me. But wind and rain, no. You can keep them. Merchant, nice to see you, bud. How are you? Yeah, nice. nice days. Again, it's like our neighbour. Their kids always park across our driveway, so I was like, oh, I won't be sorry if somebody's tile falls off a roof and embeds in the windscreen. Did FSG Senior enjoy Lamb? FSG Senior is now keeps saying to me, oh, when's the next one? What are we doing next? Where are we going next? So that's quite funny. He loved it. He loved it. Properly loved it. Yeah. I think we'll be coming to a few more now. You can spot him, if you haven't seen it, you can maybe spot him in my Llama vlog. He was, Carl. Why do you always interfere? You always come and interfere and say hello. That's the rules. That is the rules. Now, I will say, right, I'll start you all thinking now. See the one we're in the Oxy. I'll start you all thinking now. We're going to do something at the Royal Highland show. We don't know what yet. But if you fancy, I think it's the biggest outdoor farm show, and maybe Yorkshire show gives it a close run for its money. But the Royal Highland show is a brilliant, bit of a lottery with the weather, of course. But we're definitely going to do something. What it is and where it is, I don't know, and it might just be me and a few of the guys, Hamish, Mark Haythornthwaite. Thinking about coming up. So if you want to hang out with us, we'll squeeze past Dano there. Now I should watch him because he's an actual contractor in real life. So I want to see if he'll do a good job with this. More than thinking, yeah, no, we're actually it will happen. It will happen. I'm going to try and speak to John Deere if I could use their stand. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Farm Guy. Sending you all positive thoughts from, I think, I can speak on behalf of the community for that. I'm very sorry to hear that. Lewis, have you joined the channel as a member? You need to be a member of the channel. So if you're watching, the only thing, if you're watching on an iPhone or an iPad, you won't be able to see the join button. You need to get onto a proper PC or an Android device, and you'll see a join button there. Go. Look at this dream team. Right, I'm glad I'm running a bit quicker than Bob. Probably not as fast as the windrower though, so he's having to wait a little bit until I catch up. Well, Andrew Mackenzie, we're going to be there and we're going to do something fun. We're going to be there and we're going to do something fun. Royal Highland Show is in Edinburgh. It's right by the airport. Now we've got the trams in Edinburgh as well. It's actually one of the best accessible shows in the UK, I would say, no? And it's worth it. You've just got to pray the weather's good. I've been there when it's been roasting hot, 25 degrees, and really, really nice. I've also been there when it's blowing an absolute hoolie. They won't go dazed. They've got their plan for events already sorted out this year, but they said they might, depending on level of interest, they might send some stuff over and support us with a few giveaways or something like that. So if we can get something organised and sorted quickly, we'll see what we can do. Christina Thomas, if you're a member of the channel, you can absolutely join. There's a join button, or there should be, depending on what device you're watching on. Jump on and you can get involved. And the same goes for anybody else. If you're up for a bit of farming, jump on to the Discord, drop into the Court Farms chat, and I think Hamish is keeping an eye on things there. Bath and West shows a good one as well, Paul. Yeah. Yeah, Yorkshire's another good one. 4 seasons in one day, sometimes you're not wrong there. I think sometimes they found a 5th as well. They can start merging seasons together. Take care, Alex. Nice to see you. No, he's not. I don't know who. We've got a 12-slot server here, so... yeah, Scotty, that's about as good as it gets. Oh, we were pushing mid-40s last... 2 years ago. Which was too extreme the other way as well. We're not set up for that. We don't have things like air conditioning or things like that. So... I'm going to have to skip a bit here. Squeeze past Dano. There he is. Oi! Bit of a thin line. Hey, it's Dave from G-Portal. Dave, I never managed to have time to jump onto a server anymore and say hello. Is here. Is here. Now, Dave was a legend at Lama as well. We had a great wander around on the first day, and he turned into my unofficial. He turned into my unofficial cameraman as well. So I thank you, Dave. I'm going to send him a little present as a thank you in the next week or so. Mr. Subway, they call him now, the Sandwich Man, because he always delivers. Jeff Manning, nice to see you, buddy. How are you? Grumpy Farmer, you are too kind. You are too kind, my friend. Too kind. And I know I apologise for there being a delay in the in any of the Contractor episodes with Llama and everything else, and then obviously things like Straw Harvest appearing out of the blue and things like that. I've been slow, but it's recorded and it's edited and it will be out tomorrow. So you can find out why Charles was snooping around our yard, if indeed it was Charles. The plot thickens. Dave is the calorie guy. He is. He keeps us all stocked up. Growing up meaty. You have to be a member of the channel and link your Discord and your YouTube channel together, and you will then get access to the channels that give you the password and the login and all the details for the server. So even if you found it in the list at the moment, you wouldn't be able to get in. We have to keep it slightly protected because unfortunately not everybody wants to play nice, and you get the odd rowdy crazy one in who spoils it for other stuff. We're not going to do Straw Harvest tonight, Mark. No, we did a little bit on Monday. Oh, thank you, Amy. That was very nice of you. How courteous was that? Stopping to let me past. I like it. Mr. Scott, free for all. How are you, buddy? It's been a while. Because the internet, right? Maybe, Paul, or maybe not. We shall see. We shall see. Hello, Dave. How are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Oh, we're busy tonight. 190 of you. Great to see you all. Thank you for joining. It is always appreciated. It is very much. And I tell you, after Llama this week and some of the brilliant conversations with some of you guys in the community, I do not ever take this for granted. It is an absolute privilege to be able to sit here and play this game and have a bunch of you sitting watching me, chatting away and just having a bit of fun. So I genuinely thank you very, very much. So there we go. Derek, I don't want to. Do you have so I can play with you? I'm sorry, mate. I don't know what you mean. if Scott is watching, if so, big shout out to him. You're not the first person to say that, Mark. You're not the first person to say... I went to the store and the guy went, "This is all I've got." And yeah, he sold me something from the 80s. But then I would have totally blown my story and I would have blown my story out of the water, because it would have been, "Oh, look at our 4K. Look at our 4K video cameras. We can see instantly who it is." Gerald as security supervisor. Ooh, talking of Gerald, who knows who Gerald's son is? When we're talking Clarkson Farms now. Who's Gerald's son? And I'll tell you why that's relevant in a minute. If you watch Clarkson Farms, you'll know. Yeah, that's fine, Mark. It's fine. I do these things and then I'm like, yeah, that'll be cool, that'll work. And then people are like, those security cameras are rubbish. Stole the HD. That's good days. Yeah, I was watching it on 3G over my phone. Caleb, well done, music man. So, in a couple of weeks, I'm off to see Mr. Cooper. I'm going to go to his show, and I get the opportunity post-show to have a chat with him. All organised by the lovely folks at Giants, so I've got to say a big thank you to Kermit for helping sort that, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll take my camera down and record anything. I'm sure he's had enough of people ramming cameras in his face. So, having watched him at Lama, the poor guy didn't get a moment's peace. So I might get a photo and a few things. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll take my stuff and see what happens. And of course, FSG Senior's coming. Very excited. Parker Bay. I know these folk in the balers. What are they like? Alice Cooper. I think Charles needs to disappear under the foundations of the new shed you're discussing. Savage. FSG Senior is the real MVP. You are talking facts there, actually, Yoss. I can't argue with that one. He really is. He was drinking whiskey with Dave and Farmer Cop and DJ. Loving life, he was. Loving life. And Mr. Seeley P and Mrs. Seeley P. Absolutely loving life, he was. A grown-up melee, I'll give you the name of the server, but it won't get you any closer to joining it, mate. You've got to be on, logged into the Discord and link your YouTube and Discord accounts and be a member as well. But it's the FARMSIMGUY Court Farms. And Dean, right, honestly, mate, the best place is the in-game mod hub to start with. That's your best bet more than anything else. And then beyond that, if you're looking for kind of like sort of old iron and things like that, my best bet is to go and start following some of the modders direct on Facebook. Is as good as anywhere, and then most of them will then link to an itch.io page. Look at the people on here, this is great. You can take over for me in the plough if you want. Oh crikey, we're literally going to do everything. That was Ed, I think. Look at I've just realised I've just driven this entire length and didn't drop my mower down. Or I did. Is Amy going to let me in? Thanks, Amy. Very attentive. Very attentive. Hope everybody else is paying attention here. Yorkshire Dano's clearly not, because he keeps parking his trailer in my way. Yeah, he's our resident scarecrow dazed. We just get him to do all of that stuff. If Gerald comes along, maybe Caleb can translate. Love it. Love it, love it. So yeah, Caleb was saying at Lama, he had his security there. When I say security, it was a couple of the boys that work on. His wife was there as well with their little baby, which was nice to see. But they had a couple of his guys that were contracting with him there, and we had a long chat. We had a long chat with them, and they were like, he's running that contractor business just all day. He's like got everything else on. He is still planning the work, making sure that everything's sorted before he goes out in the morning. It's not like he's handed it over to somebody else to run. He's still doing his 9-to-5 day job alongside being a media celeb, which I thought was pretty cool. Hey Dozer, Scuba Steve, nice to see you guys. We'll give Bootstrap a bit of space. Derek, what are you saying? I read it out, Derek. Can I show you your mod? There are no mods. We're using base game here, Derek. We are literally playing base game. Yeah, we've got a Grumpy, we've got a few propane placeable. Check out, it's in the mod hub actually. It's from Fusion Simulations, and it is it's the dry corn add-on mod. Very good mod. How do we get all these vehicles? They're in the base game, Derek. These are all base game vehicles. So there's over 400 brands. Is that right? 400 brands or 400 vehicles in the base game. Brock, nice to see you. How are you? Benjamin, we are playing Court Farms. Square this off. I love the fact that we've ploughed it. We've mowed it, windrowed it, baled it, loaded it, and now we're ploughing it. We'll get it planted. It's going to be rapid. I'm doing all right, Brock. Nice to see you here, mate. How's things? Right, nearly done here. This is why I love Court Farms. You have this sense of achievement with Court Farms because the fields are relatively small. You can get through a lot of work very quickly. That's why it's worked perfectly for the Contractor series. And teamwork makes the dream work. I have got a good crew with me. That is right on the money. There we go. S-Clob, I'm not sure what you're watching on. The only issue is with iOS that the join button doesn't appear, but underneath the stream there should be a subscribe, and next to subscribe there should be a join button. If you join the channel, you can choose to be a farm worker or a farm manager. If you join the channel, and then you need to go and link your Discord and your YouTube together. It's all automated, so the moment you join, it's organised chaos dairy. It's actually running pretty well. Oh, look at that tiny clump of grass I missed. Typical. Gotta say, Amy's one hell of a windrower driver. Absolutely bossing it. So, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag, but tomorrow night, in the Contractor episode, I will be getting a phone call from Clive, and he's looking for a large crew to get things sorted on a combining contract up at Attingham Park. So I will be looking for a 16-man crew. Oh, Hamish is doing soil samples. Right, where did you want me to go next, Hamish? I'm going to check back here. He did say back. I can't look back up. He said field 144 and 20? Gonna have to ask him. Any of them now? Alright, that'll do. Oh my goodness, I'm just getting in the way of these boys though, aren't I? Take care, Mappers Paradise. Thanks for dropping in, mate. 16 combines. Maybe not as many as that, Yoss. Hey, Pleasant. How's it going, mate? Nice to see you. Nice, Benjamin. No Man's Land's a great map. Oh, Farmer King George. That's a shame. Next time, mate. Oh. Getting out of the way of the traffic there. These cars need to slow down. I just scrape my mower right over the front of his nice car. Valley Spring is a great map too. Yes, Joe. Can't argue with you there, mate. Love Valley Spring. Let's do a full van rewire, then power a PC. That sounds good. I haven't yet, Pleasant, but I have seen them. I'm going to get organised, and I'm a bit behind with... what am I doing here? There we go. You're on the wrong side of the road, mate. He was. Joe, we're down in the bottom corner. I think this is field 20 we're in now. Clive is loving the FSG crew, Dr. Fish. He is. We did such a good job last time. He wants us to come back. Also, I don't know how he can't hold down a good crew. He's got much better kit than us. Miss Zilla, nice to see you. How are you? This is even bigger than the last one. Do you know what? We'll do some proper headlands this time, and hopefully we'll get Amy to be able to chase us a bit quicker. I'm doing well, Miss Zilla. Thank you very much. Mr. Tim Maslin, nice to see you as well, buddy. How are you? What field did I start on Contractor Court Farms? What was my first ever contract? Do you know what? I can't remember. I think that too, Benjamin. I think that was one of the best improvements in FS22 was the sound. I think they did a great job with the sound in FS22. Do you know what? I'm just going to go up and down here, try and give Amy a little bit of scope to get some windrows done straight away. Do I know if Mark Thor is planning a quick square baler? I wouldn't put it past him, Jeff. I would not put it past him. It's you should pester him though as much as you can. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? After the success of the fast bale. I'm not going to Farmer Jones. We're not going back to Carmston. We're going to Attingham. I've decided we're going to do a little bit of a tour of the good British maps. So Attingham's next up. Mark, I think this is field 20, mate. Yes, field 20, right down in the bottom corner there. Bottom left-hand corner of the map. This is actually, I think, my favourite kind of clump of fields on the map, actually. On the straw and hay pellets, maybe. That's enough of a headland. If I do another one and works faster, you're not going to let that one go, are you, Mark? For a bit. That's it's going to haunt you for a bit. Hamish is getting us some soil samples as well. Hey Stevie, how you doing, mate? Yeah, Attingham's a special map, I love it. That's right, you're not far from there, are you? As neither am I. That's only about an hour's drive from us. I know I missed some bits there, but I'll come back. Farmer Jones, there will be other times. I was just saying before, actually, I'm not sure if you were already on by then, but we're going to try and do something. Well, we're not going to try and do something. We are going to do something at the Royal Highland show. So if you fancy a wee trip up to Scotland, I can vouch it's about a 4-hour drive from Manchester and Liverpool. Well, a bit less actually, 3.5 hours. So if you fancy the drive up for the day, I might even see, not promising, might even see if I can get a hold of some tickets for people. We could do some giveaways and things like that if we can get, if you guarantee you're going to be able to make it, we might be able to sort some tickets. Lewis Porter, that would be Edinburgh, mate. The Highland show is out by the airport, just outside Edinburgh. Mr. FARMSIM Briscoe, here he is, the man, the legend, inventor of the Oaks, and currently working on Oaks V2. I'll probably go for a couple days. It makes sense if we're going to do a meetup that we do over a weekend, so probably the Saturday will be the main day. But I might go to one of the trade days as well to scope things out or work things out. Attingham's Shrewsbury is probably the closest big town. I think that's fair to say. Can console join Attingham? I'm going to try and make sure it's console friendly. Yes, Mark. Yes, I'm gonna. There will be mods to download, but there will be Mod Hub crossplay mods. So that's the plan anyway. Hamish will be there all week. Yeah, Enigma, you need to come and say hello. I'll have my silly hat on, so you... I don't know what you look like, but you know what I look like, so you can come and say hello. Right, let's try and catch up so poor Amy's not sitting waiting for stuff. All of it. Love it. Oh, we'll also be going. We'll be doing a future live stream on the Contractor on Saxthorpe as well, I think. And certainly when the new version of the Oaks comes out, we better do some stuff on that as well, haven't we? Joe Smith, I put out a vid about a month ago now, giving you my top 10 maps so far in FS22. Colby, thank you very much, mate. I will certainly do that. More than happy to do that. Del Gamer, nice to see you. Bardo, Oaks is your favourite map. Yeah, do love the Oaks. Do love the Oaks. Del, it's multiplayer. Yeah, if you're a member of the channel, you can jump on in. Hamish doing Hamish things. He's got to get the most optimal yield he can when he plants the seed. The perfectionist in him can't. He'll be like, oh, you can't plant that until I've got my soil samples back. I'm sure you get honorary membership, Briscoe. I'm pretty sure Dazed would make sure you got an honorary pass. Spring Creek. Spring Creek will always have a special place, won't it? 1,000 acre field. Although my love of Spring Creek, I feel, could be shattered if we hit 100,000 subs. Skullduggery is afoot with my administrators. I have seen that, Dell. Yes, no, it's a good map. It is a good map. FDR Logging's logging tournament video. I have not, Yoss. Yes, Dave. I'll make that happen. Oh, that's a good call, Briscoe. Yeah, keep some secrets back for us to discover. Thanks, Yoss. Getting through things pretty quick here, aren't we? Jordan, I've not done anything yet. I've had a play around with it. Did a live stream on Monday, and we did obviously the launch vid on Saturday. I can't remember. Sunday when it was announced. But I haven't actually used it on any game saves yet. There you go, Dazed. Dazed offering his services. If you want a beat, like, Dazed will be the most diligent tester you've ever had. There was not, unfortunately, Briscoe. No, Giants are keeping their cards very close to their chest at the moment. So, unfortunately, as I've said, I think we'll get an idea when they announce whatever they announce in terms of DLC. So if they announce, which must be relatively soon, based on what we got for year 1 and year 2, they announce the DLCs around about like end of Jan, Feb, maybe creeping into March time, and they tell you what their kind of roadmap for DLCs for the next year is. So I think that'll give us a clue as to what their plans are. Because if they say it's going to be 4 DLCs and the last DLC is going to be a map and things like that, you'll be like, right, okay, that makes sense that they wouldn't release the game in November, because they will have just released a map and a DLC, so they would want people to play that. So, but if they say, well, actually we're going to release 2 DLCs in the next 12 months, you'd be like, okay, and they're both going to be like vehicle packs, you'd be like, okay, that suggests they're holding on to something. Well, what's it, Mark? Okay. So we shall see. I think we just have to wait and see. I think it will all come out relatively soon, because they're either going to have to release like what's happening with DLCs, or maybe some information on the game if that's what they're going to do. But who knows? We are all in the dark still. We are all in the dark. I think we'll find. I actually think if it's going to happen, Ian, and nice to see you, buddy. Another one of the Llama crew. I actually think they'll announce, if they're going to announce a game, they'll do it before FarmCon, and you'll get a first look at FarmCon. I think we'll see it actually gameplay, or not gameplay, but maybe an initial view of it at FarmCon. Certainly, that's what's happened before. So we'll see. We'll see. Slob, you get more rights, you can buy your equipment. Farm workers just can work on a farm and use the equipment that's available to them on a farm. But if you're a farm manager, you can buy equipment, you can own your own farm, you can do a lot more. Quite impressed how straight my lines are without any GPS or any help. that was quite funny, wasn't it, Dazed? Oh, little lag spike there. I'll be really transparent with you guys. I do not enjoy the first 6 months after the game, after a new version of the game is released, because what you get is you get the players who aren't really like, we're all here two years down the line, right? 2.5 years down the line, loving the game because we love Farm Sim, and you kind of sometimes turn a blind eye to some of the things that maybe aren't how you want them, and you know, we've got all the nice mods and stuff. That first 6 months, it was like the dawn of the dead. It was like the mod zombies were just like, we want all the mods, we want all the mods, and it was just quite a toxic environment, and like making demands that, you know, we want mods, and people stealing other people's mods, and people releasing other people's mods after like hacking them to bits, and it wasn't great. So I kind of hope, well, as that, and modders love it, but yeah, I think there's a certain subset, and these are the players that probably don't hang around either. They're the ones that'll be off after 3 months because they get bored with it as well. So, we'll see. Hopefully, they'll behave a bit better this time. Hey, T-Man, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Version 1 of Crossplay. Tragedy. Take care, FS Farmer Jones. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. Have a good one. Dave Caton, I am Dave. I am using the farm stick, and I love it. Big fan. Fortunately, they are as rare as rocking horse poop at the moment. I think there's not going to be any more on the shelves till March, April time, I believe. I am doing very well, T-Man. I'm still carrying an extra skip in my step after Llama, and how good Llama was. It's just, yeah, just properly given me a boost, which is good. Kind of reminded me a lot why I did this. Oh, we have a sink there. Swiss Farmer Dude is in. Farmer Jolly, nice to see you, mate. It was great to see you at Llama too, dude. Great to see, like I said, so many people at Llama, just with just the nicest things to say. FS22 was announced late April. I honestly, Jan, if we've not had any info by April on the game, or even by April, I think you probably know it's maybe not coming this year. They'll maybe follow a pattern, and they want enough time to kind of announce it and then showcase it a few times, don't they, before it's released. So we do, Ian, we do, and I think I had a good chat with Kermit this week. Had a catch up with him, and he's been chatting to the content creators that are Llama, and he was saying, you know, if anybody has any feedback, to, you know, drop him a note or send me a note, and I can pass it on to Kermit and things like that. If you enjoyed Llama and you'd like to see more stuff like that, the more of us that kind of say it was a really good, worthwhile exercise, and we want to see more stuff like that, the more Giants will be inclined to do something again. But they were really impressed with Llama as well. I know Class, who does all their event stuff, was quite taken, one with the venue, and two that we were busy there for the whole 2 days, and so yeah, he was very impressed with stuff. And they did. The Giants were great. They looked after us super well, and make sure it works before announcing. And the fact that G. Paul sent Dave over to look after us as well, it was great. It was really great. So yes, definitely I want you all to start jumping up and down. And I think we've got quite a few new recruits for FarmCon as well. Quite a few people who are at Llama have like, that was so good, I'm going to go to FarmCon too. And it's not possible for everybody. It's a lot more money to fly yourself out there and pay for hotels and stuff like that. It's very different to jumping in the car or jumping on the train for the day. But it's nice that people want to do it, right? It's just nice that people had such a good time that they want to keep going to events like that, which is great. Llama was brilliant. Llama was probably, I would say, one of the most special days I've had since I started making vids for FarmSim. Talk about feeling the love in the room. It was great. If you join SLOB, if you join, I think there's FSG Farm, it's the last one on the list. Oh, I have pressed X and powered my mower down. FarmCon at JCB would be good, wouldn't it? That's a good call, Ian. We, funny story actually, we ended up chatting, I don't know if people, if you were at Llama and you spent some time on the JCB stand, they had a massive, I guess it was like a 70-inch touchscreen monitor. And it had a live feed of every single JCB in the world, I guess a relatively new age. And they could see every single JCB in the world, right down to its serial number. And they could check in and see if it was damaged or needed an update or a repair, and they could send an engineer out to it. It was very cool. And then afterwards, Mark and Ed were with me, and yeah, we're not allowed to show the owners. You literally had the name of the farm on them. But and the guy we chatted to was very nice. But literally afterwards, I think it was you, Mark, wasn't it? Or was it Ed? One of you, because we said that, like, we played FarmSim and stuff like that, and he was interested. He goes, "Oh, okay. Is there any JCB stuff?" I think Mark pulled up the mod hub and just scrolled through all of the JCB mods, which was very cool. It is ploughing. You are right, man. It is a great day out. They did some good stuff, JCB. They really are. Running Fendt engines now. Oh, is that Hamish run out of... Am I keeping on top of things, or is Amy going to catch me back up? Yeah. This is the first one I've done, Slob, but we'll be doing more. We'll definitely be doing more in the future. Okay, look how many people have jumped on to join in with us, so definitely. I always want to kind of think sometimes my my viewer base is probably more predominantly PC, but maybe not after tonight. Yeah, Dazed. It was Mark who was saying, like, send these to Dazed, send these to Dazed, when we were going around the show. So there we go. I'm going to try and do some loading, some freestyle loading after this. I might go and get the. I might hand over the mower to somebody else. I quite fancy doing a bit of... Fendt use Deutz, and not anymore. Fendt make their own engines now, I think. They used to use Deutz, you're right. But I think they've changed now because they're part of AGCO. I think they're building their own engines across all of their platforms, aren't they? So Massey, Fendt, Valtra. I think they build a universal engine for all of them now. Because we were at Deutz last year. Nice, Mark. Yeah, they do that quite a lot, don't they? They're very good. I think the manufacturers are very good at looking after the farmers that obviously are investing quite a lot of money in the equipment to make sure they kind of get some nice special treatment every now and again. I remember when my dad was farming that he was forever going, here, there, and everywhere, getting on nice trips to see machinery and stuff. New Valtras. Valtras are really, like, they've really gone to town on the Valtras. I think they're beautiful tractors. They were one of the highlights of the show for me in terms of they look great, but even just the novelty of you can pick your own colour and stuff like that. Nick B, who are you talking about? Got a new S-Class, nice Wayne. Drives like an N, very nice. Amy and Bob are, I'll tell you what, mega efficient. Amy and Bob are on the job. That's a t-shirt slogan if ever I've heard one. Yeah, glad they didn't let DJ loose with the quad track. Yeah, so am I, mate. So am I. I think everybody should watch DJ in the Volvo video before they let him loose in a tractor. Oh look, he drove his Deutz quite well at FarmCon last year. I thought he was pretty good. Yeah, Hamish, if you want, mate, I'll just chat to the guys here. You can all laugh at me. Bale loading with no auto load. I must be crazy. I've lulled myself into a false sense of security. Interestingly, Nick B's not followed up on his rant. I don't know what he's ranting about, but... Bale auto load is all platforms, but... could be pallets. I got that down to a fine art with the old... with the forklift truck days. I need to go back and have a play with the potato farm, with the potato pack. I've not done it for a while. This is true, Dairy. This is very true. I was reminiscing with my dad actually at Lama about our when we did harvest in the summer, we used small bales still then. Update 2 is getting closer. Right, I am definitely going to hold off if that's the case. Oh, Yorkshire Dano's still loading bales here. I need another front loader. You can cut if you want. Well, why doesn't Ploughman, why don't you take the, see, Ploughman can do a bit of mowing if he wants, there we go. I will, anybody else got a front loader? Dano's here. You know what I might do? Oh, look at this. See, he's a real-life contractor. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Look at that. Beautiful. William Rhodes, Straw Harvest is great. Yeah, I've had a real good fun playing with that. You keep going, Dano, and I will, I'm going to treat myself. I am going to treat myself too. If we've got enough money to lease it, I'm going to lease it. Oh, loads of cash to lease it. There we go. And we'll get a bale spike, because I don't like those rounded edge things. A bale fork, there we go. Corpnut, nice to see you. Nick B been removed. That's a shame. I was going to give him a hard time about his spelling. He should probably pay a bit more attention at school, and then he'd get his message over a bit better, wouldn't he? Jeff Manning with the super chat. Thanks very much, buddy. That is much appreciated. Right. It's only a short run down to the farm from here. Yeah, somebody get ready with a tape. In fact, you make a good point, Mark, and I'm gonna respect that, and I'm gonna get that. There you go. I'm gonna do the classic farmer thing. Just dump it in the hedge. Oh, you've got to laugh. You've got to laugh, Ed. I love the fact he was like something simulations as well, so he's trying to create a channel or build a channel, and he's dishing out abuse on other people's channels. That's how to win friends and influence people, eh? No, Days, I missed this morning's stream, so I am going to go and watch that, because Argsy's quite good at his stacking, so if he was having a nightmare, that's... And overgrown hedges are like the farm equivalent of the antiques roadshow. That is a brilliant line, Wayne. I love that. Oh, it's every time I come along this road, that deer runs out in front of me. Every time. He's got a deer wish. To remind myself of my... Plus the cows getting out of the way. And that's why British Farm, because it's all hidden. That comes with territory, Stevie. Okay, Strody, let's not lower the tone. Let's not bring the mood down here, son. Come on. As I've always said, I love potatoes. I love Dave's potato pack. I find the process of harvesting them slightly tedious because it takes so long. But that's not to say I don't like it. Hey Midwest, how you doing? Take care, Enigma. Thanks for dropping in, mate. I've got to stack every potato off the 1,000-acre field into one of Dave's potato boxes. And then I've got to fill as many sheds as that takes. Take care, T-Man. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Good to see you, bud. Love to Mrs. T-Man as well. Yes, Wayne. Well, we should say vodka, shouldn't we? Oi, Hamish. And he was just like, get out of the way! Ah, nice taste. Maniac. Oh, I've shot the entrance. Dano grabbed this last couple and then oh, he's moving the trailer out of the way. Oh, he's going to take the trailer to the field and want me to start stalking. What are you selling, William? What can I buy? Retired Royal Marine, so you have to be rum. Ah, yeah. My brother-in-law was on the subs out of Rosyth. And, no he wasn't, he was out of Greenock. Mark's Harvester makes it easy. Too easy, in my book. Takes the fun out of it. I shouldn't do it this way, should I? I should, even though this is designed to do it this way. Started well, I can't open it again. Oh, we can. I just squeezed it a bit hard. Right, how are we going to do this? Because Briscoe was taking them off end on. Because he's got that. No, I can't do that. I can't pick them up like this, so we could just do it this way, can't we? Trying to make it work. Spatial awareness problem. That was alright. Seen worse. Right. No other cameras. I'm gonna do a disaster by going in cab. See what happens. See, told you, disaster. Corp, take care, buddy. Nice to see you. Go. Lift from the top of the bale with your grab pointing down, much easier. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not a bad idea, Daced. I will try that. This is the problem, right? You can't stack them like this, can you? Because there's not enough. Basically using two different sets of equipment which don't work together. But then if I put them the other way, Dano can't take them off. Well, he can tidy them up. I'm basically not helping him, am I? I'll tell you what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. I'll pick them up and drop them. And Dano can do the... He can do the, I'll just bring them close to the, I'll just bring them close to the trailer. You know, literally couldn't remember what that was called then. Swiss Farmer Dude with the 5 memberships. Thank you, buddy. That is very kind of you. Good graphics card without spending a fortune. Now it depends what your budget is really, because I mean, the 4060... 40 series, you can still pick up some pretty good deals on the 30 series now as well. Yeah, I kind of shouldn't have bought this one. I should have bought a similar one to what Dano's using, because that would have made things a bit easier. I bought the wrong type. That's on me. My spikes would have worked better. Farmer Jolly, what do I think of the Hori system? I think it's very good. I actually think it's very good. It to the point at which, and I don't have one yet, but I've played with it enough to say that if you don't already have a wheel and you're thinking about upgrading your controls to something a bit different, buy the Hori. And you've got 3 times the money that you would for a farm stick. I don't like, if I'm being honest, the Thrustmaster wheel. It still feels like a race. So my issue with the Logitech, the G920, the G29, the Thrustmaster wheels, they're racing car wheels. Now it's nice having the angle of it changed on the Thrustmaster setup, and I think the actual the Thrustmaster SimTask kind of bracket that makes you rotate the wheel is a genius idea, and it does change the way that you do things for the better for something like farming or ETS or something like that, but it still feels like you're using a racing steering wheel. But the Hori stuff, when I was playing with it at Llama, and I've seen it a couple of times before now, it's really well done. And also the other thing, whilst force feedback is broken in Farm Sim, you get an unnatural force feedback through the wheels if you have it on force feedback, and most tractors have a spring-loaded wheel in them anyway, so with the Hori using the spring-loaded wheel actually feels a little bit more like a tractor wheel than it does without the force feedback. Also, the Hori wheel's a lot bigger, so again it feels a little bit more like a tractor, which is great. So yeah, I mean they've both got their benefits. I think the best thing about the farm stick is that it's cheap as chips. If you've got a steering wheel and the next bit of your thing that you want to upgrade is to a joystick, the farm stick's an absolute brilliant bit of kit, and it's brilliantly well made. It's classic Thrustmaster quality, so it's really sturdy, works really well, really smooth and subtle to control. I love it. I love it. I can say nothing wrong about the farm stick. It is fantastic. Christoph, nice to see you. We're on Court Farms tonight, mate. We're down in the bottom left-hand corner of Court Farms, in the little farm hiding away that doesn't get a lot of love, so... Chips. I want chips. Can't have chips. I'm healthy eating. Trying to lose a bit of weight. Turns out, sitting in front of your computer for 3 years, not very good for your health. Do you think the farm stick will work as a left joystick in conjunction with the Hori system? No, because too many of the buttons will be the same. I mean, you could go through and completely remap everything custom, but you know, there's a lot of default buttons on it that will be the same. UK chips, not US chips. Yes. The real chips, like potatoes that are fried in deep fat, and you have them with fish, or deep fried haggis, or yeah, Belgian frites actually, as well, with salad cream or mayonnaise. French fries. Tartar sauce, nice. Yes, jump in, Chris. We've got some spaces as well, I think. Jump onto Discord and get the password and stuff from there, and you can jump in. Ali, I would say there's not much benefit in having 2 farm sticks. I would say keep one of your 16,000s and just have a farm stick on the right. Well, it depends what if you're left or right-handed, but I don't think you need to double up, if I'm being honest, other than unless you want them to look the same. That would be the only reason. Aaron, you need to delete your shader cache, that sounds like. I do like white pudding, Mark. I also like black pudding. I love black pudding. My God. Could be one of my favourite things in the world. Don't do peas. Has the knout moist, Carl? Garlic bread's the future, apparently, Carl. Hey, Sim for the nation! How you doing, buddy? Everybody, this guy was one of the reasons I started Farming Simulator. And now he's released a map. So Northern Farms is out this week. So, great to see you, mate. Hope things are well for you. Must be riding on a little bit of a high after this week. Bauer Matzi, here he is. If you don't know Bauer, he's part of Team Astragon, one of the Farm Sim League teams, and again we saw him at Lama. Came all the way over from Germany to take part, which was great. Black pudding Caesar salad, amazing. I was saying to my son the other night, I've gone very middle class, I quite like a black pudding, an apple sauce, like sweet apple sauce as a starter, like deep fried, like not deep fried, but crispy. Get your black pudding all crispy. Beautiful. And he's like, oh, no, just have it in a roll with some sauce. Hey, nice seat. Sim, there you go, buddy. Live feedback from Kevin. Simulation for the Nations map is so good, I can't stop playing it. That is high praise indeed, mate. High praise indeed. No worries, Bauer. Yes, good to chat to you. Send me a message. You take foie gras over black pudding every day. What about foie gras on your black pudding? Ooh. Put it the right way up for Dano. Yeah, Mark. You're just not thinking out of the box enough. Giants actually uploaded the wrong version. Love it. Love it. Well, that's good, mate, if you've tweaked a few things. Dazed! What are you going to do, mate? Bit of modding? Or just chilling? Listen to me with my management speak. Management. Ah, there you go. Oh, that's nice, Paul. Like that. Black pudding and pepper sauce. Yeah, we there's a thing up here where we stuff haggis in a chicken breast and serve it with a whiskey sauce. It's pretty fine. Not gonna lie to you. Ah, fair enough, Days. That is a little bit more important. Just now. Jamie Ailing, how are you, buddy? 2 years in. How about that? Oh, I appear to have... Oh, dear me. Look at that, how neat that trailer load is from Dano. They do, Ian, you're right. You want a little bit of crispiness on the outside and soft in the middle. I'm down for that, Mark. I am down for that. There's also an Argentinian steakhouse in the middle of Edinburgh that I will take you to, Mark. They basically bring round meat until you tell them to stop. I took DJ and Farmer Cop there. And they thought it was alright. Ploughman, take care, buddy. All the best. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, have you? Oh yeah, you know what you're doing. It's like designed for men. Meat. Well, I've got to say, Mrs. FSG enjoys it as well. So, yeah, the meat sweats. I have had battered Mars bar, Peter, and it is outstanding. Outstanding. So they deep fry the Mars bar. They put it in the same batter that you would like batter fish in. They'll dip a Mars bar in that batter. They will deep fry it, and what happens is you get this lovely crusty batter on the outside, but then the Mars bar in the middle melts, so it's soft, and it's just heaven. I mean, don't get me wrong, like you can literally feel your arteries furring up as you're eating it, but every now and again you've got to do something that's bad for you. So there you go. There's a reason Scotland has more heart disease than any other country in Europe. Kevin W, what was my best part of Lava? Honestly, Kevin, meeting so many brilliant people. You have got Freezing first, Ian. You're right. People like Ian, who'd come all the way with his daughter to see us. We had Farmer Modo, who's not in tonight, who'd flown in from Norway to come and see us. We had another lovely lad who'd come down with his dad from Stirling in Scotland to see. Like, people were driving for hours to come and see us and tell us their stories about how they love the stuff that we do. And I tell you, it's quite humbling to hear those kind of stories. And there was people who were saying, we had a lovely lady called Cher who came to see us, and she was like, I had a stroke in lockdown, and I was in a bad way. I was pretty depressed, trying to recover from that with nowhere to go, nobody to see. And she goes, you guys kept me going. You guys kept me going. And you know, when you hear stories like that, you're like, geez, oh, I mean, I'm sitting here playing a computer game and recording it, just having a bit of fun, but like, stories like that make you kind of realise that it's kind of a big deal to some people, which is yeah, it's kind of quite a lot to take on. I kind of had this sense of responsibility off the back of it, really, that I'm kind of, this is really important to some people. And the fact that, you know, there's 160 of you sitting here listening to me chat away about nonsense like deep fried Mars bars, and driving a tractor, and it's touching, right? It's touching that you kind of something that you do, people appreciate, and that's kind of nice. Those dark days are over. They are, William, you're right, and actually I don't think we realised at the time how dark they were for some people. And I don't think we'll see the legacy of COVID come out fully for it's going to over the next 10 years. So yeah, it's nice to be back and nice to be able to do stuff like Llama again. No, Kevin, totally, mate. It's people have got lives and jobs and all of that stuff. The fact it was in a week didn't really help as well. I was amazed how many people could make it in the middle of the week. So, oh, Mark, honestly, it was hard to hear some of it. It was, but touching as well, because they were like, you helped me through stuff without realising it, and that's kind of nice. Exactly, Sim. You've been doing this for a long time as well. You know the story, right? There's people who will watch you week in, week out, and you're kind of part of their entertainment. Like, some people go and watch TV trash. Some other people come and watch me trash in Farm Sim. But it's touching. It's nice. It's good for the soul. Positivity is good for the soul. And I had a chat with DJ Goham yesterday, day before, and we were talking about the same stuff, about just how much it's kind of lifted the energy for creating content again after meeting so many nice people. And he said it's really hard when you're creating content at home, and here we are. It's really hard when you're creating content at home all the time, because for whatever reasons, the negative comments always stand out more than the positive ones, and they shouldn't. And right, but it's like people say some pretty crappy stuff sometimes, and they don't really understand the impact of it and what it means. All I'm doing is making content, and if people don't like it, that's okay. I don't expect everybody to like it. I'm actually surprised as many people like it as they do, but I'm still a human being at the end of the day, right? And I'm only doing this for fun. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. So when people say horrible stuff, you kind of let it brush off you, but it does bug you. But actually, what was great about Llama and meeting people in person was that it was a bunch of people who wanted to be there and catch up on the game and stuff like that, which was great. And it's a totally different atmosphere. So yeah, it's left let's say it's left a lasting impression. There we go. Oh, thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that, mate. Ian Churchill, and you are as nice in real life too, mate. It was great to meet you and your daughter. Really was. Right, enough of that nonsense. Let's get back to driving tractors. Dano's not going to be back for a while, is he? Yeah. It comes with it. You've got to have a thick skin. If you want to do this, you can't be precious. You've got to have a thick skin. Swiss Farmer Dude is here. Ooh. I didn't see Plowman saying bye-bye in chat. See you later, mate. Harry Lagman, you like Zerion? I've got to say, after seeing it at Llama, I think it might be the new Case Quadtrack 715. Oh my goodness, that thing was special. Oh no. Yeah. An absolute beast. Right, now what? What are we going to do? Got about half an hour left. What should we have a go at? Oh. My engine cut out. Farmer Ed's planting in there. Oh, the ploughs. The boys ploughing. Ooh, rolling. They see me rolling. They're hating. Oh yeah, I shouldn't sing, should I? Straw pellets. We don't have it installed, unfortunately, Kevin, or we would. Let's do some rolling. Rolling, 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 boy. Sim for the nation. Thanks for dropping in, mate. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Oh, there's like a little sound glitch there when you roll through there. And 2 copyright strikes in 10 seconds. I think you were fine. They were original pieces. Hamish. Don't try the blues bothers. The bothers would be right. I love the fact there's a little audio cut out there. That's funny. Don't quit my day job. Why do they call you Limp Bizkit? Not because I'm a singing, Hamish. Getting a bit old. I've got a roller that's maybe a little on the large side for how much. Alright. Harsh. Harsh but fair. FSG, I wonder what the next big brand... there'll be something big that comes out with... there's always something that comes out with the next game. So yes, definitely. It's great that you do these live streams, FARMSIMGUY, so we can take the you-know-what. Comes with the territory, right? We talked about this at FarmCon, didn't we? At FarmCon at Alama. You know you're in the company of friends when you're getting ripped to pieces by them rather than being polite to you. So that's what we that's how you know you're in the company of friends, right? Will there be any Ford tractors? Hard to say, Harry. Probably not on console. They would need the license for that. Days would kick you out of his realistic server for going through that hedge. Well, I don't know. When I was a farmer, a few tractors ended up going through hedges. Only one-day tickets on Royal Highland Show. Probably at the moment, yeah, and they'll release more close to the time, but you can buy a 4-day ticket. You can buy a 4-day ticket. Exactly, Wayne. Field 21. Field 21. See it. You do every day. You just wait for days to not be on the server, right? Oh, that is a brick wall. That is not going to let us go through that. Stevie C, take care, mate. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. Always nice to have a catch up. Right, where's the entrance? Probably down at the road. There's an entrance here, this'll do. Harry, I think they do. I definitely do. There was a brilliant article last year in the Farmer's Guardian, I think it was originally, or it might have been the Independent. One of the big journals picked it up, and then I think it went some of the national press after that. Just saying that actually, when you think Massey have just launched the 9S in Farm Sim at the same time they released the tractor, New Holland released their new combine in Farm Sim alongside releasing it at Agritechnica. They're actually using it as a tool to entice farmers into the game, and John Deere was saying when we were over at them in Mannheim a couple of years ago that they actually, when they're doing their what's the word I'm looking for, their program when they're bringing in kids from school to start working with their apprentice program, they get a lot of kids who aren't from farming backgrounds, and they actually use the game to educate them on how to get into farming. 9 Series is very nice. Having seen it at Lama, very, very, very nice. Oh look, I've got my smooth roller texture, even though I've got a toothed roller. I've got my smooth roller texture in my base game. Massey, nice to see you, mate. You made it. Eli, join the channel and sync your Discord and your YouTube channel together, and you will get access to the channels. Oh, they don't show them the animal side for lessons. It's brilliant. You just leave them alone. They don't never die. Well, it was amazing how many farmers were taken by FSL as well. Exactly, Mark. You actually become a more educated, knowledgeable person about a wider remit of things, right? Because you pay attention to kind of what's happening in the fields. You can't even spot what crops are. I always laugh when I drive with my dad and he's like, barley, oats, wheat, and I'm like, that's like a half a mile away. How can you tell that? You just years of practice. Tell by the colours and the shades of the colours and things like that. We saw this roller actually at Lama as well. In fact, we had a chuckle about it. This is exactly the same one that was on the stand at the show. Chris Watkinson, if you go into connections, I think, so if you right click on the server, we do have a video on the Discord actually which shows you how to do it. You right click on the server and there'll be a thing called connections, and then you can sync your YouTube and your Discord together. So you just have to put your login using your YouTube. It's pretty straightforward actually once you find the right place to do it. But what it means is it automatically recognises that you're a member on YouTube, and gives you access to all the. We have a load of server channels that are hidden if you're not a member, and they pop up, so you see a lot more of the Discord. It's a good little system. It works well. Nice, Harry. That is the way. I keep dishing out like stickers, and I was giving out stickers and things like I keep dishing out stickers and postcards and mugs and things like that to all my mates, and they're like, why do I want this? The linking should be alright. If you're already a member, Chris, I know that iPads and iPhones don't show up the join button, but you're already joined, so you should be able to do it. You should be able to do it off a tablet. But don't quote me on that. Don't believe everything you hear or say on the internet. I believe Abraham Lincoln quoted that, didn't he? Shadows are getting long, it's getting dark. The beautiful lighting on Court Farms comes back. They will, Kevin, don't you worry. They're coming. Ooh, on hats, without wanting to get anybody's hopes up. I might have a little something coming soon on that. We're going to do a test run of caps and just see what happens. Small batch. First come, first served. That's right, Chris. Yes, it is. Discord side. As long as you remember, the last thing you've got to do is link your Discords together. At last. Cranky, you get a free one. Because yours got lost in the post about a year and a half ago. There actually is no entrance to this field, or is it down there? Unfortunately not, Harry. No, they're all PC only. And the reason being, you are limited to the number of inputs you have on a controller, so there's more. There's more on a PC, so. No, Mark, your name goes to the bottom of the list every time you release an unrealistic mod. Yeah, well, it's Royal Mail. It could well still turn up, Cranks. You never know, mate. All the administrators get one. First, yes. Ed. Definitely. I am. Don't worry, Cranky. I am leaving him alone. Mark knows I love him. That's why he gets a hard time. That's a good one. That's a good one, Zippy, yeah. Where did you get that from? I don't know. He's got a couple of rows to go here. I think he's quite enjoying himself in that little setup there, isn't he? There you go. Jeff was asking before you arrived, Mark. Yeah. You're going to do Fast Bale, the square version. The people want to know the hot topics. I do need to sleep soon. I literally need to sleep soon IRL as well. It was a long old day today. Start the day feeling all organised, thinking, oh, I'll stream tonight, we'll get through the day's work, and then everything at work went crazy. So I got home and I had about 40 minutes before I went live. Which is never good. I like to be a little bit more organised. Lights on there. we need to put lights on it? Yeah, maybe. Helps a little bit. Got that little strip in the middle. He's done. I know, Strode, it's weird, isn't it? I've actually started going on a bit more now, but it's kind of nice when it's on your own terms rather than having to do it because you work for somebody else and they tell you you've got to be in. That changes things. I suppose they are out already, aren't they? Yeah. That's the big. What's the big set that? Ah, I got you, Ed. Right, no worries. Now I tell us, I'm a very considerate boss. Our team are fully flexible. They can do what they want when they want. As long as the job gets done, they can be wherever they want, whenever they want. Mind that car, Ed. Ah, oh, Mark. Old school, right? It's definitely a nice difference, Mark. I can never ever go back to working for somebody else now, I don't think. It's just a different mentality altogether. Although I am trained to do a start at 9 AM. I will need to get that out of my system, but yeah, it's quite nice. That's interesting. He's 35, Mark, and he's demanding that you're in the office. I thought a bit younger he might have been a little bit more you know, down with the kids, or up with the time. Right, we're gonna get around this. We've got what, a few minutes left till we hit 11 PM, so I reckon we can do this. Hello, Ryan Orange. Nice to see you. Slow and steady. I'm flooring it here. 7 miles an hour. It's a big roller, this, though. Realism is key. I've been doing well, Ryan. I've been doing well. It has been a while, hasn't it? Hope you're alright. It's good with you. Me, I just get up at 6 AM now and edit vids until it's time to go to work. Do it, Chris. You won't regret it. Yeah, it's quite a heavy beast, this. Running a Landini here. We'll get it done, though. We'll get it done. Well, Sniper, nice to see you, mate. How are you? That was a very stern nope from Mark there. Da-da-da. Gonna fall asleep here. Have I been doing my... I'll maybe do 4 hours and then have 4 days off, Briscoe, but I'm actually getting the modelling down quite well now. I am... Texturing baffles me completely. Completely baffles me still. I haven't spent enough time working out. But actually building simple stuff out in modelling, I'm getting the hang of it. And so much of it, like any piece of software. So like I've used Photoshop for 20 years plus, and I could, if I closed my eyes, I could know which buttons to hit to do whatever I wanted to do with it. I'd know it inside out. So it's really surreal now, kind of like in Blender, like, oh, what's trim again, and what's cut, and all of this, and a totally different set of key commands. So that's the thing I'm struggling with the most, is remembering what... I know what I need to do. I want to, you know, split a cube in half and select an edge and all of that, but I can't remember the buttons, so I'm forever having to kind of go back to cheat sheets and crib sheets to make sure I know which buttons I'm pressing. And that just comes with using it, right? That just comes with practice makes perfect, right? And that's the thing that you kind of don't have you don't have an option to kind of skip over. Oh, I've missed a bit. Row of shame. Boo. I'll fix it. I'll come back. Wasn't my fault. The light is dropping. Right, we'll finish this and then we'll call it a night there. It's been fun. We've got through a lot, actually. This entire field has been mown, baled, mown, windrowed, baled, ploughed, seeded, limed, probably fertilised as well when it was planted, and getting it rolled now, ready for whoever's on the server next. Quite a slick little operation down here, and there's more baling still going. OxygenDavid, we're going to have a look at his stack of bales at the end, because he's done a power of work to get them done. And Amy's been a wizard in that windrow as well, so... Very good, William. Yeah. If in doubt, Alt 4 it out. Peter, take care, buddy. Once again, really great to see you at Lama. Three more passes and we're done. Not even. 2.5 more passes. Oh, I missed a bit again. You fast farming it, William, are you? This is when you're running 100 miles an hour all day. This is for me is zen. This is what I would do if I wasn't filming one night. I would sit and I would just do a little bit of this up and down. Probably in cab with a bit of GPS on. Just magic. That's right, FARMSIMGUY Briscoe, even Giants couldn't locate the problem, couldn't they? They couldn't pinpoint why it was doing it either, could they? So it is an enigma that will last for forevermore. Well, till FS25 comes out, and if you release it on FS25 or 26 or whatever it is, and because we do know that they're not going to support PS4 and Xbox One on the next game. It's just going to be PS5 and Xbox X. That is a custom texture from Perma's Modding, Chris. So I just updated that in the base game. So now I get this nice flat one, which is good when you've got flat rollers. Obviously I've got a tooth roller here, so it kind of looks a bit odd, but if you've got a big because I use the big Mandako roller a lot, I updated it and I really like it. I think that was the weird thing, Kevin. It wasn't happening on everybody's machine, only some. Right, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, look at that. What's that, Mark? The Mandako? The big Mandako roller? I do like it. Typical Audi drivers. Go. The house. I think Dano's having a bit of fun here. The little silence glitch in the yard. Nobody used that cultivator, did they? Go. Right, you lot are still on. Let's everybody stand on top of Dano's bales, and we'll take a screenshot to finish. Look at that! How neat and tidy is that? How good is that? Ted, if you could pick 2 jobs out of the different work types you've got in the game, what would they be? Baling, harvesting, ploughing. Silage work. Love doing silage work. Forage chopper, trailers, running it that way. Filling a clamp. Love doing that. And probably combining. Super strength stacking. Look at this, we're nicely stacked here. Come on, Dano, you can put one more down and then you need to stand on it. Top job. Mowing and lime. I do like mowing. Like silage, like the full silage thing, from mowing the grass, windrowing it, tedding it. All of that is good fun. Right, yeah, there we go. Right, Dano, come stand to Amy's left. No, Amy's right, my left. So your names aren't all staggered. I'll do, that's nice. Let me, no. Don't want them overlapped. FARMSIM Bob, come over a little bit as well. If I can find a way of doing it. So who's wrecking it? Farmer Ed, typical. Ah, that's it. Beautiful. There we go. That's the shot. That's the shot. That is the shot. Pick that up on the on the YouTubes later on. Thank you, everyone. That was awesome. Loved that. Loved that. Yep. Nice to have Amy here. Like you said, Franks, it was asked at Lammer as well, how can we get more girls playing the game? And we're all for that. So, yes. Mrs. Simgamer. Thank you, everyone who has joined in tonight. Hamish, Ed, Bob, Amy, Yorkshire, Dano, and obviously the guys that were on before as well. Much appreciated. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. That was a bit different, bit fun, but nice to chat, really, and hang out. So, appreciate you all. Keep an eye open for Contractor tomorrow, and a bit more information about another big live stream, Contractor live stream coming, so could be good fun. Appreciate you all. Take care, look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.